Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been a long time coming. Some might say that the first game, Final Fantasy VII Remake, was where all of the FF7 fans' dreams came true, when it came to finally having that long-awaited remake. But no, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is truly where everyone's nostalgia and expectations are shattered to extreme and beyond. So much so that we actually think that this is one of the best Final Fantasy titles to date. So join us here today as we give you our experience of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The game picks up where Final Fantasy VII Remake left off, with Cloud Strife and his allies on the run from Shinra after escaping Midgar. The party will get to travel across the planet, exploring new locations and meeting new characters on their way to stop Sephiroth. It would have been tremendously easy to do a 1-1 rehash of the original story, only with a couple of new additions and extensions, all in upgraded modern graphics and gameplay. However, the new ongoing story that we all left off from the first remake has stunned, surprised, and possibly polarized old and new fans alike, all due to the mystery and uncertainty of what's really going on with the story. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is in a unique position of advancing an already known story, but still being able to keep old fans guessing with uncertain mysteries and changes that might happen. As a remake, a lot of the story beats are mere expanded retellings of the original FF7 plotline. Its story is widely regarded as one of the most influential and iconic stories in video game history. So how would they enhance the story beyond the original vision? By doing exactly what they did with Remake. And now Rebirth is able to utilize fans' knowledge against them and change the facts that they know in the sequel. The way it's handled captivates players into the iconic story until the very end, but that's when it slightly and needlessly gets convoluted and messy. People who've played other Square Enix franchises like Kingdom Hearts or The World's End with You might know what we're talking about here. Nonetheless, its story execution is sublime, and though some changes might end up polarizing fans of the classic, it's still a masterful retelling of Final Fantasy VII.
That was insane.
Like its story, Rebirth also expands upon its gameplay. For starters, because we're at this point in the original where the party reaches the overworld, Rebirth now translates that into an open world, which means that there's lots to do. There's tons of interesting side quests and minigames littered throughout Rebirth. For example, similar to Final Fantasy VIII's most beloved triple-triad card game, Final Fantasy Rebirth has its own unique card game called Queen's Blood, where you can battle certain players scattered across towns and cities. Queen's Blood is so addicting that we wouldn't be surprised if most of you guys found yourself itching for the next available opponent. Anyway, aside from that amazing card game, you also have chocobo races you can participate in or play the brand new tower defense game called Fort Condor. In addition to its countless side quests, it's absolutely insane how much is packed into this one game. But it just does. Unfortunately, Final Fantasy Rebirth runs into the same problem of having an imbalanced mix of areas of interest across the world. Though it has a vast range of possible activities, it places them so that some areas are large fields of grass with only collectibles and one or two group of enemies. The placement of these areas of interest across the overworld lack a more proper balance between their various activities, seemingly separating them from one another.
Eric,
Try using it.
Combat, on the other hand, remains fluid and excellent as it iterates over the previous title's combat mechanics. As expected, Rebirth takes Remake's already excellent combat and skyrockets it with even more mechanics and style, most notably by adding Intergrade's new synergy skills and abilities that can be executed among different combinations of party members, bringing a new depth of strategy regarding your entire party. Synergy skills are moves performed with a partner that expands your character's arsenal during combat, and you get unique moves depending on the combination of characters you have. For example, pairing Cloud with either Barret or Red 13 lets him use a 3-hit combo, while pairing him with either Tifa or Aerith lets him do a massive charge attack. These don't require any ATB charges, which makes them great and useful when you run out of moves to do. Synergy abilities, on the other hand, are a completely different story. To put it simply, these are paired limit breaks. Not only are synergy abilities powerful special moves you perform with a partner, it also comes with bonus effects such as limit level increase, extra ATB, unlimited MP, and even stagger extend. What's more is that each synergy attack also acts as a way to showcase their personalities with little tidbits of gameplay, all the while wreaking havoc with their devastating combo attacks. This is all thanks to the Folio grid system, where you can upgrade and unlock synergy attacks for each character, allowing you to prioritize which team composition you want along with the playstyle you desire. From complex towns, bustling cities, vast green fields and hills, to dangerous mountainous cliffsides, and to the muddy marshes where the Midgar summer resides, everything is bigger and looks better than ever. Though, yeah, just because they're new doesn't automatically mean they're beautiful. However, Rebirth's graphics and art team has knocked it out of the park in terms of visuals. And everywhere you glance just screams realistic and astounding. The architecture of the cities and the landscapes of the open world are also gorgeously done that you're going to be using photo mode all the time. Of course, visuals aren't all about the environments. We have to shine a light on the character models and lighting as well. And each important cutscene looks straight up cinematic. If you've played the classic Final Fantasy games, you'd know that Square Enix likes to use jaw-dropping CGI cutscenes for its most climactic moments. And seeing Rebirth like this really goes to show how the in-game graphics have surpassed what we used to see in Advent Children. Well, and basically all you need to know is that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is stunningly gorgeous through and through. The original 1997 soundtrack was already iconic and upheld as one of the best soundtracks for a game for decades. Rebirth continues to reimagine Nobuo Uematsu's work for the modern age with thrilling and thunderous orchestral renditions. Remakes, and now Rebirth's composer Masashi Hamauzu and Mitsuto Suzuki both respectfully and successfully upgrade the iconic tracks for the title and deliver a masterpiece in gaming music. Not only are the songs amazing, but transitions between one track and the other are immersive and flawless. Say for example, the relaxing overworld theme is playing as you explore the fields and then you enter into a combat scenario. The music, without missing a single beat, immediately flows into the combat OST. And once the fight is over, it again flows back to the normal theme like nothing ever happened.
That's over.
To put it simply, the music is at an all-time high with classic renditions of old tracks brought to the modern age, and it is without a doubt one of the best the industry has to offer. For now, Final Fantasy Rebirth is one of the best Final Fantasy titles to ever release. It fires on all cylinders in terms of story, gameplay, visuals, music, and content that explaining everything would seem like an impossible dream of a game. Because of this, we're giving it an astounding 9.6. Rebirth is packed with so much love and care that it seems absolutely impossible that a game this scale could have been made. What about you guys? What do you think about the second part of this long-awaited remake? Let us know in the comments below. Again, this has been GameMate, and we'll see you in the next one.